2017 was a big year for cryptocurrency. Billions of dollars poured into thousands of cryptocurrencies and tokens, netting big-time investors serious gain. Michael Gingras wanted to be part of it all, so he did his research and started mapping out some tokens he wanted to buy. But there was a problem. None of the tokens were readily available on the exchanges that he had access to, and the ones that did were either obscure or had a bad reputation for losing people's money. He knew there had to be an easier way for people to build a diverse portfolio of tokens, so he founded Dexter, Cryptocurrency Simplified.
Hey everyone, my name is Michael, and I'm here today with my co-founder, Sean. Sean and I spent the past year working on a cryptocurrency exchange, but we're not actually here to talk about how great our product is, but instead to talk about our journey from start to finish. Dexter was born out of a problem that I experienced personally. At the start of 2017, I got interested in investing in cryptocurrencies and got started with a Coinbase account, like many people do, buying Bitcoin and later some Ethereum. But as I became more interested in the space, I realized that Coinbase was limited in what they offered. They didn't have many of the hundreds or thousands of coins that were available on the rest of the market. Wanting to buy some of these coins and diversify my portfolio, I looked towards exchanges like Kraken and Binance, but using these exchanges meant that I'd have to pay a lot in fees and spend time learning and relearning these different trading UIs. I was quickly realizing the complexity involved with getting cryptocurrencies outside of just the standard Bitcoin and Ethereum. Sean and I wanted to create an all-in-one exchange that gave people access to any cryptocurrency they wanted directly from their bank account. So we applied to eLab and got started with customer discovery. Our customer discovery process happened to coincide with the crazy boom in cryptocurrency that happened last year. It seemed like everyone that we talked to knew what Bitcoin was, and unfortunately, interviewing some of these people early on meant that we were getting a false validation for our problem. We wanted to make it easy for people to get any coins they wanted, and when we talked to hobbyist investors and they told us that they were interested, but they just didn't know where to start, we thought, great, people have this problem. But that was just because we were beginners in the customer discovery process, and we didn't know how to ask the right questions. So as we got more experience and learned what questions to ask, we dug deeper into the core of the problem for why they weren't investing. We asked questions like, what exchanges have you used so far, and what were your frustrations with using these exchanges? But these people responded that they hadn't even been looking in the first place. They hadn't even tried looking for exchanges at all. So even if Sean and I spent countless hours making the best exchange possible, even if it was 100 times better than anything that existed on the market, these people wouldn't even be looking for our exchange and wouldn't have even known that it existed in the first place. Customer discovery wasn't the only problem that we faced. Sean and I knew that it was important to be in regulation with the laws and the many laws that existed in this space. We kept hearing in the news that the SEC was starting to crack down on many of the ICOs and exchanges, and we wanted to be on the right side of that. Since none of us are from a law background, we decided to reach out to Cornell law professors who told us about the anti-money laundering and know your customer laws that we would have to be in accordance with. Unfortunately, following these laws meant that we would be unable to offer many of the coins we wanted to offer on our exchange, and this was important for allowing us to differentiate ourselves from the other exchanges that do exist in the market. So Sean and I took what we learned, we talked about it, and decided that we should just stop.
However, this is still a win. We spent a grand total of $0 to pursue a market we didn't have. The time we spent wasn't wasted. It allowed us to dig deep into an unfamiliar and growing space. Without this experience, we would never realize the faults that we made and wouldn't have had such an amazing learning opportunity. Not only did we get to dig deep and get intimate knowledge into the space, but it allowed us to build our entrepreneurial skill set. Michael and I got our hands dirty with every aspect needed to build a startup. This meant 4-hour branding workshop to build our company values and identities, to the meticulous planning and organization needed to manage our team and to hit deadlines. Putting on so many different hats allowed us to build a well-versed background. This translated directly to how we did customer discovery and how we thought about our customer segments, and to think deeply about the genuine problems that they faced. This was a significant step up from the naive initial approach that we had. However, we're not done. Dexter was built on an exciting new piece of technology called the Lightning Network, something Michael and I have had the opportunity to get to know very well. Although Dexter, the exchange, has taken a stop for now, we started to realize some big problems in the Lightning Network space. Since this is a new technology, there's a great time cost associated with getting started. Michael and I, both experienced software engineers with many years of experience, have started to realize how difficult and frustrating it is, taking us over a week of headbanging to try and figure out how to get this software up and running. We attended an MIT Bitcoin conference and spoke to several people who shared the same sentiment. If the Lightning Network is to grow, there's going to be a need for a product to close the gap and barrier to entry and provide convenience so people can get started. We're excited to start this process all over again, starting at customer discovery. Michael and I, both seniors in computer science, have a ton of background in software engineering and cryptocurrency, and would love for all of you guys to take a chance to talk to us if you're interested in the space or the projects that we've worked on. And I'd like to thank Ken, Tom, Brad, and Steven for all their mentorship and guidance, the entrepreneurship community, and student agencies for making this program possible. Thank you so much.
This is a production of DMIG, the Dyson Media Innovation Group.